How I would start wholesaling real estate with pretty much any budget out there. So if you want to get started in wholesaling and you had $0, I will show you how to do it. If you had $100, $200, $500, 1,000, 5, 10 grand, I'm going to show you how you could spend effectively all of that money to have the best success in wholesaling real estate. Now, the worst thing that could possibly happen for you is if you start running up some money, right? You start, you know, you flip stuff at garage sales, you end up getting $1,000, and you throw $1,000 on like PPL leads, and then boom, like you lose everything because you don't know how to close a seller, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's very, very nuanced how you should be spending your money getting started in wholesaling real estate. And so if anyone's got like 10 grand, do not throw that into something that can just like go kaput. But what I wanted to effectively show you guys today is how you can really spend your budgets correctly in wholesaling real estate. Because we've got plenty of guys and gals in here that might have no money at all and they need some help. And we got people with maybe some larger budgets and they are trying to wholesale part-time because they have a full-time job on how they can start using this really the operations the right way in wholesaling real estate. So we're going to show you exactly the ultimate budget guides for wholesaling real estate. There's a lot to talk about here. We're really excited and we're pumped up. So the reason I get passionate about this is when I got started in wholesaling real estate, I started with about a $300 budget on bandit signs. How much is your budget starting out?
Honestly, it was nothing. Maybe $100.
Broke boy.
Yeah. No, it was I couldn't even run up the credit cards because they were already there. So like less than $100 easily.
Yeah. Oh man. So obviously some issues with the cash back then. So obviously we've kind of turned that into a lot of money and we've been able to effectively do it. So let's break down exactly how much you should be spending to start going out here and making money in this business. And so wholesaling real estate is effectively one of the simplest businesses to talk about. Okay. So if we really look at the fundamentals of wholesaling real estate, and I can always illustrate this really easily on, I like using this, the pad here, because it's pretty easy to kind of explain things on. Oh, wow. There we go. Okay. So the reason I like to kind of show it like this is let's show the simplicity of wholesaling real estate, how beautiful this business is. So the cool part about wholesaling is there's three parties to the transaction. There's somebody that is always upset because they need money, but they have this house and it's sitting there and they need to sell it. And then there is the always, let's draw this guy, the rich, snobby guy with the glasses. He has the special rich guy beard. Every rich guy has a beard like that. And let's draw him out. Okay, this rich guy that is just like, I must acquire more real estate. And he's got like the bowler hat from like the 1920s. And he's just really rich. And he just likes to buy rental properties. And he's like, I would like to buy more property. And this guy's like, I just want to get rid of my house, man. I need to sell this thing. I need to go to Utah. I need to get out of here. Okay. And what you do as the snazzy guy is you are the person in the middle. So what you do effectively is you write a contract with the seller. So this is going to be the seller, right? And pretty much what we do is we write a contract. We get a little piece of paper, says, I agree to buy your house, blah, 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 blah. Let's say we agree to buy the house from this guy for $100,000. Okay. So I agree to buy your house for 100 days. Like, really? 7 days? You just get rid of I sell the house? Well, 30 days. Okay, 30 days. I'm out of this house. I get my 100 grand. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. And they're basically hugging me. They're so happy. Then I go to Mr. Richie Rich, who doesn't even understand anything. And he's like, I like to buy property for $200,000. I said, bro, I'll sell this deal to you. This property. I'll sell you the contract, the contractual rights for 150 grand. And he says in his accent, really? I buy my property for 200,000. 150 is a great deal. That's more money I could spend on my private jet. I don't know. And he's like, dude, this is the deal of a lifetime. He's hugging me. He's so happy. Because realtors, I don't know if you know this, but they're very expensive and they always make everything way more expensive than they need to be. I mean, do you want to get into how much realtors have destroyed the income? Do you know how much more income homeowners would have if realtors were the thing? a lot more with the fees and all these. Like, it's absolute insanity.
It's crazy.
But it's a lot of money. It's billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. And so basically, what this guy basically does is he agrees to pay you 50,000 smackaroos. Okay, 50,000 smackaroos. That is basically your finder's fee, your assignment fee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's pretty much how it happens. So at closing, this guy basically gives $100,000 to Mr. Seller. And then look at me with my big smile. I collect a check for $50,000. Again, effectively, that's what wholesaling real estate is. Okay, that's what this business is. It's pretty dang simple. Now, let's talk about exactly thinking, okay, well, how would I do this with a budget? What budget change? What changes anything with budgets? Well, budgets really effectively are only going to change one major thing. All right. So we're going to use, what color can we use here? Let's use green for money for an example. Okay. Yeah, that looks like a yucky green. Let's do way better. There we go. Okay. What a budget does is it lets you amplify this part right here. Wow, I cannot draw today. It amplifies this part right here, the part where we reach out to these sellers.
Mm-hmm.
So the point is, when you have a budget, you have more money to go throwing into people knowing who you are. So when you have a $1,000 a month budget, you're going to use all that money on the green side, on reaching out and finding people who want to sell the property. It's really easy, and you honestly don't need any money to find these rich guys. Okay. I mean, these cash buyers are simple. They're everywhere, right?
Yep.
Pretty dang simple. What you're going to be using your budget on is just reaching out to these motivated sellers. That is what you're using all of your efforts towards. So if I go here and I want to create a budget guide, and let's start with $0. Wow. There you go. $0. What do we do with no money at all? This one's a really simple answer. Okay. Again, it is not complicated at all. I mean, if anyone wants to fight me on this, I'll fight them forever on this. The simplest budget guide is when you're broke. You know why? Because you ain't got no options. Being broke is kind of cool because there's no, it's like being on rock bottom. There's no way to go but up. And you don't have many options. So again, if you're like absolutely broke, like we're talking about, you can't drive for dollars. You can't do you absolutely have no money at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have $0. Your budget really sucks. So that means you could really only do things that are free. And unfortunately, in wholesaling real estate, there's not many things that are free. Now, there are a couple things. Now, obviously, number one is freewholesaling.com. Now, you might be like, oh, Zach's trying to plug his free course. Well, yeah, be mad at me. I'm plugging a free course. But the thing is, I have software in there where you can market to sellers for free. I have my EOG software in there. So freewholesaling.com. The reason I tell you to go there first, you learn wholesaling real estate absolutely for free. Pretty gangster. I'm actually going to throw that in the bottom. Oh, right here. I'm going to throw that in the bottom really quick. You can see my freewholesaling.com plug. But the reason is it has my EOG software. So that's my email offer generator software. You can actually generate emails for free. Now, okay, you can email blast. Great. I got no money. What else can I use? You can use Google Voice. I'm just do GV. That's for your calling and your texting. So you can make your cold calls. You can do your SMS. That's great, I guess. So you get your cold calling and texting. You can use TP for True People Search, making this simple for your skipping. And this is effectively what you got to do when you have no money. Again, there's one other option we can do. Actually, two. Okay. We can also JV with people. That doesn't cost any money. And we can do DBS, which is digital bandit signs. From there, that's pretty much all the options we really have when it comes to a software stack or a plan. So again, number one, we can email blast. Two, we're going to use Google Voice. We're going to use True People Search or cyber background checks for a skip tracing. We can JV with people in the community, or we could do digital bandit signs. Unfortunately, there's not really many other options, especially when you're like super, super, super broke. And the cool part is there's no like complaining. Oh, I want to use the triple line dialer. Bro, boy, you're broke. You got no dialer to be using, right?
Yeah.
There's no complaints I can see here. So it's like, what else do you do? I mean, this is what you got to do. There's not much to talk about here. When you're broke, that's all you can do. And so what I'm going to push everyone to do here is I'm going to tell you about 100 calls a week. I'm going to get everyone started on 100 calls a week. I'm not even asking for much, really. Do 100 calls a week, and then we can transition to 100 calls a day. When you actually, why is that a money sign? You do about 100 calls a day. When you really want to start ramping stuff up. But that's just where I tell everyone to be at. When you have no money, I mean, that's really all you can do. And so I think anybody who's like starting off broke, try just 100 calls a week. Now, I like 100 calls a day, but when we're just starting as a beginner, you probably can't do that, right?
Yeah.
So 100 calls a week, and then about after a month, you need to be at 100 calls a day. That is the truth. 100 calls a day keeps the wholesaling coaches away. And the reason why is you're not going to buy any wholesaling coaching program because you're going to be getting a deal probably at least a month or every other month doing that. It's not fun, but that's exactly what you can do, right? Google Voice, call your FSBOs, call your government lists, go crazy, right? Now, the reason I am avoiding the saying government list on here is because Wholesaling.com already has the lists, right? All the government lists you need to get are already on here. So there's really no need to even kind of be stressing about it, right?
Yeah, it's all included in there. So
when you're broke, I mean, this is your option. 100 calls a day. You don't even really need to go too crazy on here. But here's the problem. Most wholesalers want to look at this thing and they just want to, what's it? What else? What's the other option? Boy, there ain't no other option, man. Because if you want to do on market, this is the wrong channel for it because we don't like you hating yourself or hating your life, right? Yeah. I mean, that you're going to hate your life doing that. So what I'm going to tell you to do is off market, direct to seller, needs to sell. Government lists are probably going to be your best option. So that's why you go to Wholesaling.com, do a government list, 100 calls a week, 100 calls, then transition to 100 calls a day. That's my $0 guide getting started in this business. Most people really struggle at just making 100 calls a week. And they're really, it even hurts me to say to even start spending a budget if you don't even want to make 100 calls a day. But again, we can go there. We can go to the next part here. But like, that's all you need to be doing. Now, going back out here, let's say, what's the next tier? What, $100? Let's say about 100. So let's say your next tier is you have $100 a month budget. Now you got a little bit, you got a little bit of paper, you got a little bit of motion out here, right? You're doing a little better. What I'm gonna tell you about $100 a month, and I probably should just say use X leads, but it's probably, I'll be honest with you, I would not even, if I only had $100, I wouldn't even use X leads. What I'd most likely be doing right now is I would just be driving for dollars. I'd use that money for gas. Okay. Driving for dollars, gas money. Okay. That's all I'd be doing. I'd be in my car, driving around, looking for ugly houses, putting them on, I'd probably just put them on a Google Notes or take a picture of the house, geotag it, and just throw that into ChatGPT and organize it for me. That's all I'd be doing. I'd stick to 100 driving for dollars leads a week, and then I would skip trace the list on Triple Search Cyber background checks, and then I'll call them. 100 a week, 100 calls a week. Now, if you're driving for dollars, you can do 100 calls a week. That's what I'd say. I mean, maybe you could reverse drive for dollars. Let's add reverse drive for dollars. Okay, put the sticky notes on there.
Yeah, I would add the reverse driving for dollars. It's going to cost you a lot more time than it is money. Maybe a little bit more gas.
Sticky notes is like $5 for like 500 of them. I mean, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's just getting it organized and getting out there and spending the time putting all the notes on the doors.
Yeah, so I put the sticky notes out there. Drive for dollars for the gas. That's how I'd spend about $100. Now, let's say, for example, that you're virtual, right? And then you can't drive for dollars. Put sticky notes out. Then I'd go out here and just get X leads. Now, before all y'all get all smart on me and say, "Oh, of course Zach's supporting X leads. He literally owns the thing." Okay, fine. Okay, you got me. You put your hands up like you got caught. We got caught.
I get caught all the time.
We got caught. What is that supposed to mean?
I get caught in the cookie jar.
Okay.
Caught.
You brought, you brought in the office today? You brought sliced mangoes from your house.
That's good. That's good.
You took sliced mangoes.
I took a little
No.
earlier.
You took sliced mangoes.
Mm-hmm.
You put it in a container.
Yeah.
Then in your house, then you got paper towels, put it over the mangoes.
Yeah.
Drove over here.
Yeah.
Said hi to me in my office while eating mangoes.
It was good. I usually only eat them at night. I was exceptionally hungry.
Okay.
Had a busy day.
So basically, all right. So I
What's that got
get
to
into
do with
that.
this?
You got caught eating mangoes.
I offered them to you.
Yeah, you did. But like what I'm basically saying is, oh, of course they're promoting Xleads. All right. So we'll use this. If you have $100 a month budget, find me another software that has free unlimited skip tracing, a Drawing for Dollars app,
okay,
AI comping, a CRM, a dialer, e-signing, and we'll keep it to that. Okay, we'll make it real simple. All right, I want to get into everything with Xleads, but there's not one software that's $100 a month or under that has free unlimited skip tracing. I mean, there's not one under $100 that's going to give you at least 10,000 skips. They're all going to be above $100, right?
A lot more than 100.
And you know how many skip traces you get with Xleads basic plan? Get 25,000 skip traces. Yeah. E-signing, a CRM. I mean, I think you guys get the point. So I'm telling you, okay, but before everyone goes says, oh, of course they're promoting Xleads. Bro, okay. I mean, fine. But if do anything that's under $100, like the budget's $100.
Yeah, you got to make it fit.
Xleads is literally the only one that does that. So, okay, I'm gonna be rocking with Xleads on this one. Trust me, if you're virtual wholesaling, you need e-signing. So how are you going to do this with? I mean, you can't make the money work. So yeah, Xleads.com. That's what I'd be using because everything else is just way too expensive. Okay, that's literally why I made Xleads. Everyone's just being overcharged everything. And we got some other. Oh look, you got the mango emoji. Are you hungry now?
I'm really looking forward to one tonight.
Are you gonna watch that during the Cowboys game? Oh, I get to make my Cowboys the Cowboys suck jokes this year. I get to go back on that.
They win the Super Bowl every year, just like my Dolphins, man.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
Are they favored?
Who?
The boys.
The Cowboys never.
Aren't they playing at home?
No.
I heard Jerry Jones talking about the value of the Cowboys. He really doesn't care if they win a Super Bowl or not.
No,
you know how much that team's worth? It's
crazy. So again, $100 a month budget. I would go out here, pull Xleads. You get 25,000 skip trace records. Okay. And I'll be honest with you. You know what I'd probably do? I would give, because 25 is like an ungodly amount of skip traces.
That's usually most max plans.
That's like, I mean, we used to give out 15. And I thought that was crazy. I would probably give 10,000 for free just to people to JV with. So I'd find broke people.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'd find broke people and I'd say, hey, I'm going to give you 10,000 skip traces because you're struggling with skip tracing. And if you could get a deal from this, you have to give it to me 50-50. You already have the e-signing on Xleads. You can e-sign with anyone, right? And we have a whole JV deal board now that you can use a whole ecosystem for JVs in there. And what I'd do is I'd make them sign a JV agreement and you give them 10,000 leads. And I guarantee you give 3,000 leads to 3 people. You're going to get a deal eventually on that one. And then boom, you're going to 100x your investment on Xleads the first month, probably.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd say. I'd give 10,000 away to the community just for free. Most softwares, I don't think they allow that. I allow it because help everyone out.
Why not?
And go do that. I'd say you give 10,000 out, then you use 15,000 for cold calling. And then I'd go out here and call 15,000 and boom, you're good to go. I mean, honestly, the main reason I push everyone to Xleads is, first of all, I ain't making money on Xleads. Okay. That thing is a very expensive hobby. But basically it makes a lot of sense because I'm willing to lose money on Xleads. It's absolutely insanity. Like I don't want to get into that right now. But the thing about it is you can go out here with Xleads and just start e-signing and you get your free skip tracing and that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's it. The worst part about this business is when you have no money and you have like 1,000 leads and you have to spend 500 hours manually skip tracing, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Unless you're drawing for dollars, it doesn't make any sense. Upload the list of X leads, get it skip traced. So if you have no money, right? And this is really important. If you have $0, what I would tell you to do is if you're absolutely broke right now, do not spend 100 hours this week skip tracing manually. Go find somebody that has X leads.
Yeah, that's easy to find.
And JV with them.
Plenty of users.
I mean, we have people on the X plans that get 60,000 skips a month.
65,000, is it?
Have them give you 5. Sign your life away. Sign a 50% JV agreement for the next 3 deals.
Yeah, who cares?
Right? Who cares? You need to get skip traces. And I'm 100% okay with this. Okay. So if you have no money, say, hey, who here is X leads that could skip trace with me for free? And I'd be using that. That's a great free option. Nobody wants to tell you about that option. If using their software, it's against their terms of service and you might get in trouble. I don't know any other one, but I'm just telling you, be very, very, very careful when it comes to that. Okay. So $0, I would actually go to X leads and I would find someone that has an X leads account and JV with them. Okay. That's how to spend about $100. Also, just in case, again, this is going to be my last X leads plug. Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about X leads, but remember, replace X leads with any other software if you want. If you don't like X leads, just by the way. All right. I want everyone to understand that. But I do want to explain something really quick. The reason why I'm plugging X leads is when you start having bigger budgets and you want to do more systems, if you want to get into texting, right, you're going to have to spend $100, $200 a month plus a cent or 2 cents per text.
Mm-hmm.
And your $500 budget is going to get thrown to $1,500 a month pretty quick. The thing is, if you talk to any other wholesaling influencer, they're going to tell you need this software, you need this software, you need this software, you need this software, you need this software.
Every one of those,
and you're going to be at $1,600 a month. Just telling you the truth. X leads starts at $81 a month. So the reason I'm telling you is I'm trying to stretch your budget the most you possibly can with the highest quality. And you do not need spending $97 for data lists and then $100 for an extra auto dialer. And then you want to add your AI answering in there and then your probate list. You don't want to do any of that stuff. You just want to get one simple software, does it all. Simple as that. Okay. It's my last X leads plug. All right. I'm just telling you, this is why I'm mentioning X leads. Not because I own it, because I'm sick of you guys getting overcharged for everything. Okay. So the next budget I would probably say is around $300. Okay. So I think $300 is where I got started. And the way that I did it, I spent $300 on bandit signs. Mm-hmm. Not a good idea. Terrible idea. Do not recommend it anymore. But it made me a lot of money and actually did me pretty dang well. So I'm actually not upset about it. But how do you go out here and spend it? All right. What I would most likely do if I had $300, all right, if I had $300, I would probably take about $100 of that and put that into X leads, right? Because X leads is about $100. So I do X leads at about $100. Okay. And then I would spend around $150 for it is additional for not the auto dialer. The auto dialer is included, but for the triple line dialer. Okay. Triple line dialer, about $150 for unlimited use. All right. And then from there, you're probably at $10 to get around 10 phone numbers. So now you have 10 numbers. There we go. Now we're roughly about, what's the total of this? $260. Okay. You're about $260. You have 25,000 skip trace records. You have an unlimited triple line auto dialer, and you got plenty of phone numbers. What more is there to do? I mean, guys, with $300, that's a nice budget. I would tell everyone to do. This is why I don't have a $1, $2, or $300 a month course. Like I could probably make my school group paid, right? We experimented that with Flipboard Plus for like, semi JV deals, and it worked well. But honestly, I'd rather go back to just making it all the info for free. I always had the free group, right? But like I could go make the free group $200, $300 a month. But what we chose is we make the group free, and then you have that $300 you're going to give me.
Yeah. You
use that $300 towards your marketing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for about $300, I would tell you this right now. Pulling 25,000 skip traces, throwing on a triple line dialer, putting $10 in there for the numbers, $260. use the rest towards drawing for dollars. I don't even know, right? Something. You don't even need really even an extra $40. But boom, now you're triple line dialing. I mean, really the sky's the limit. So if I go get a calculator out here and I do the math, how many calls you can probably make? Let's do the math here. Let's say you're conservative, 60 calls per hour. I mean, 25,000 is probably too much. But let's say you get at 70. I mean, that's 347 calls, 30 days. I mean, that's 12 hours a day on a dialer. I mean, you can't even hit 25. If you effectively did 25 hours a week, 25 a week times 52 divided by 12, 108 hours times 60. I mean, you'll probably get, if you're going solo, maybe 7,000 calls a month. If you're doing 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, you probably push this a little more, but yeah, I'd say about 7,000 dials, and that's triple line dialer. That's pretty crazy. I would tell everybody 7,000 calls a month is going to land you one deal a month. So if you really want like the best tools and everything, like the best chance, this is the cheapest way to get a deal a month. Did I say it's the most fun and enjoyable? No. And this should be government lists, right? These should be probates, code violations, fire damage properties, drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars, liens, tax delinquencies, like all the lists that we teach in freewholesaling.com. You want to import as many of those, and then maybe a vacant list, absentee owner list. You'd be around 7,000 for the month here, right? Just going out here, good old-fashioned cold calling. That's where I'd really be at right here. Now, once the budget gets above 300, then we stop going from like grind marketing into more efficient marketing. Now I might be like, Zach, what in the world are you talking about? What I'm talking about here is you just get a lot more efficient. So kind of the max like grind. So there's definitely a curve. And I know you can agree on this more than anyone, that once you start spending more money, you're not being more effective, but the ease of getting a deal is so much better. So for example, it's probably going to cost you, if you want to get 7,000 calls in, that's a lot of work. I mean, sitting there dialing on a triple line dialer, it's a lot of work. But I'll be honest with you, 7,000 calls is way better than 7,000 texts. Like straight up. But I'll tell you this, 7,000 texts is not expensive. The cost to do 7,000 texts, I think, let's see, 7,000 texts is going to cost $70.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So if you had $200 and let's just do this for an example, right? I'm just trying to show, I don't think anyone really shows the actual like cost of things in wholesaling. They just say, use a dial. Like I hate when I see on YouTube, it says, just use a dialer.
Yeah.
Well, like what are the actual costs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you had $300 budget and you told me, Zach, I'm the laziest bum of all time. I do not want to work hard. I just want to click a button and I want to just text. Cool. Okay. Well, obviously you have to pay $100 for X leads. Unfortunately, that's just the base. But now you have $200 of texting. Do you know how much texting you get for $200? You get 20,000 text messages. That might be like, wait, Zach, X leads doesn't have 20,000 skips. No, it has 25,000 skips. But honestly, if you want to go lazy, not a bad idea, honestly. Again, you could just drop 20,000 texts out there. Now you have to manually text these people back and get them back on the phones. 20,000 texts for 25 days. It's about 800 texts a day, Monday through Friday, which honestly is not that bad. So I do 800 a day. That's a nice little niched out like list right there. And this is a big reason why on X Leads we kind of bumped up the exports on the basic plans, is because we really like the texting. So that's probably where I would say it's going to be best. Now, what I would tell you is, who in here is lazy? All right. Who here for $500 wants to have the laziest type of marketing system you want? Let me know in the comments. Who here wants me to come up with by far the absolute laziest Gen Z millennial? Okay, let's talk about my Gen Z millennial crowd. Let's say you have, what do the kids always say they have? Anxiety, right? I have anxiety. I have a mental disorder where I don't like to talk to people on the phone. It's called broke. But, we get a lot of people like, well, Zach, what's like the lazy person's guide? And not because I think you're a bum, but I'll be honest, a lot of people on here don't want to go out here and call people all day.
They had a study today. This was
boy.
on the news.
Oh boy.
Gen Z parents, they pulled 1,000 of them. Ready for this? 43% of the parents contacted the hiring manager to try to influence getting their kid hired. 43%.
Oh boy.
I didn't even know that was possible. I'm like, that was the kiss of death when I used to go for a job.
You know what's the problem with Gen Z?
Very interesting. It's not so much the kids, it's how the kids are raised.
I'm going to tell you something that's going to upset you. You know what's the problem with Gen Z is the generation that raised Gen Z. You know why?
I agree.
The reason why you think your generation's so great, you know why? Because your parents just threw you outside and said, have fun for 8 hours, kid. And literally no one supervised you.
They didn't want to deal with
when I went outside, you thought a predator was going to go swoop me in a van.
Yeah. No.
So the problem with Gen Z is Gen X was coddling them.
No seatbelts, no helmets, drink from the hose.
And you made me wear a helmet when I was riding a bike.
That was your mother.
So just letting you know. Also, I will also add, whenever I have a kid,
could have flared up those ears a little more too.
Yeah, that's true. What I'm going to do is with my kid, I'm just going to
start rubbing him at chew to get them all cauliflowered.
Oh boy. I'll have my kids be raised the way you were raised. I'm just going to throw them outside. So I'll see it,
man.
Come back at night.
That was called daycare.
Yeah.
And if you didn't make it, it was just called evolution,
Oh yeah. Gen Z has terrible dating advice. Honestly, if you had to give dating advice on how to pick up women the way you did in the 90s versus now, it's completely different. It's completely different.
I don't know about that.
The Riz,
Riz? What?
Riz is I'm telling you right now, you have no texting Riz. You don't understand that game. You have to be cool over text to even get on a date nowadays. You got to get Riz.
The women are selective out there.
No, you just got to know what you're doing. You got to have a good Instagram bio. You have to have the right pictures. It's a different game out there.
Well, keep telling me.
Stay married, okay? Very, very difficult out here. But basically, let's say you're Gen Z, you're super lazy. Honestly, I don't even like talking about this because when I describe this type of wholesaling about a $500 a month budget, people really it gets a little powerful. So let me tell you the laziest Gen Z guy if he had $500 a month and you were super part-time. So if you want to talk about a $500 a month budget and you want to be super Gen Z, cringe, you don't like cringe. So about $500 a month. Okay. What I'm going to tell you to do is I'm going to throw around, let's do the red. I'm going to throw, obviously we have to throw $100 at X Leads. It's the base subscription.
Yeah.
But what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to throw $127 a month. Okay. And that is going to give me unlimited AI. All right. Unlimited AI. So that means you have unlimited X Leads AI. Makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that will leave you with $500. Let's see here. You actually get less than the other one, but let's do 500. Okay, you have 270. Okay, that means you're going to be able to send around 27,000. Let's do a round number. 27,000 SMS texts for the month. Now I'm be like, well, what do I get for 27,000 at a $500 a month budget? This doesn't make sense. Well, the cool part is it's AI SMS. So this is the really interesting part. AI SMS is the cool part. So that basically means, okay, if I show a process, you send an SMS to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are the one who sends it. So it's AI compliant. You send the SMS. AI is going to reply. All right. AI is going to reply. And then it's going to qualify. And then how kind of the AI and X Leads is set up, it has two paths. It just says, not interested, not interested, or it says, yes, they are interested. And it goes right into, actually, I did that the wrong way. And then it says, yes, and it goes straight into the CRM as an interest. It goes right in your deal board as someone that's interested. So it's a little more advanced than just a classic SMS. But the reason why it works so dang well is you send an SMS text blast, the AI will reply to the seller. The AI is going to figure out this person actually is interested in a cash offer or not. If they are not interested, it just goes into the not interested pile. You don't really deal with it. And then it turns out to be actually interested. The reason why works so dang well when you are absolutely, absolutely broke. It's like when I say broke, like $500, like, okay, you're not broke at 500, but like when you're absolutely like hard, like your budget's really, really low for SMS. This is probably one of the lowest SMS budgets you can have. The reason it works so well is because the texting's instant. It's not instant, right? So the way the texting bot works, it'll text back every like 15 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds on like a loop. So it's not, it's AI when it instantly texts you back, right? Yeah. So it has a default like wait time, 15 seconds, 16 seconds, 12 seconds, right? And the way the AI SMS works is it'll just go see, okay, this person's in. So if you're like absolutely broke, right, and you want to get the best bang for your buck on SMS, this is actually better than paying less money with not AI. The main reason for this is you respond to leads quicker. I don't know if you ever heard of the speed to the lead. Shout the Gene. But if you don't text your leads fast enough, a lot of them go in the trash. And so the point is, if you work, let's say you work 9 to 5 at an insurance company. So at 9 a.m., you send the text out and it gets dripped out. So it sends about, let's say you do 800 texts. It's going to send 100 texts per hour for the next 8 hours. And it's going to instantly text everybody for you. It's going to instantly reply back. And you take your lunch break at noon. Guess what? You go check out your CRM on your phone. You got you first and foremost, you get your emails. So it's going to give you an email of all the AI SMS. It's going to tell you exactly what's going on. Then you have you have 2 qualified leads in your CRM under wants to interested. All right. Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. And so what's going to happen? Okay, wow, they're actually interested. Huh. Then you can call the lead at lunch break, or maybe get no leads, whatever, right? Then you go back, you get home at 5 o'clock, which is prime cold calling time, by the way. You get home, you see that there was 2 people out of the 1,000 texts that were interested. It's already in your deal board on the wants to sell category. You call them up, and before you call them up, the AI will show you the text message so you know what's going on. Then you call them up, talk to the lead. You only talked to 2 leads today, but you did 1,000 texts, and AI did all the work. Crazy.
AI is nuts.
It's insane. And the cool part about it is anyone can start testing the AI for free. I always should be able to do that. But honestly, the AI SMS is probably one of my favorite things out there. And it's pretty good. So when you have a lower budget, like $500 for texting, I would say that's a minimum texting budget. You probably get away with 300 if you want to manually do it. But again, the AI is going to be the best kind of bet for it. Now, if we're going to pump up the budget, let's pump it up to like $1,000. So you have $1,000. How would I spend $1,000? Honestly, looking at it, I'd probably not go AI on here. I'd actually go a little more manual. What I would probably tell you to do is I would make about 300 calls a day yourself. 300 calls a day. There we go. 300 calls a day on the X-Leads dialer. I would probably go out here and send around, just to make sure the math's correct on this one. So 25 times 0.015. Yeah, that's about right. I'd say about 2,000 texts a month. Sorry, 2,000 SMS a day. And what I'd probably do here is if this is within a month, I would probably buy 25 PPL leads. The only reason is because you have X leads on here, and then the PPL leads are about $24 a lead. Now, not a lot of people know this, but X leads literally has a PPL section. We work with iSpeed a Lead here to give you leads for $24 a lead. That is it. That is the main point here. You're roughly be $1,000 a month budget. Maybe you send less text. Maybe it's like 1,500 texts a day. But if you had about $1,000 budget, I'd buy 24 leads. Now, I'm assuming 15% of that you get a refund on because they don't answer it. But about $24 leads on the X Leads PPL. So just go to X Leads, little PPL section, you get $24 lead access. Just in case you all want to see it, I'll show you. So just go to X Leads. I'll show you right here. Yeah, get your PPL. I mean, that's how I'd be doing it. So go here, got your access. You're pretty much good to go. So again, to go out here and access that, all you need to do is, right here. You go to X Leads and you scroll down to the PPL section. You click that section. Remember, no PPL person wants you to know about this, but you get iSpeed a lead for $24 a lead. It's always $29 a lead, but you get an awesome discount for having X Leads. Nobody ever talks about this. That's why everyone loves X Leads. That's why we're crushing it. So yeah, you get your PPL for $24 a lead. Pretty fun.
Yeah, it gets you over, it's like 20, 21 leads a month.
Let me ask a question to everyone in here.
You can find a deal on that.
Do you guys want me on Monday? I'm actually curious. I might do this. Would you guys want me on Monday to release Rick's first ever PPL call he ever made?
It's
what happened on what happened on that lead? You closed him.
We have a contract, so we're just waiting to get the tenant out. So
there we go.
It's a good deal.
There we go.
That's the way you like them. So
is it virtual or is it in person?
Virtual.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. I didn't get a follow-up on that. All right, cool. All right. Well, yeah. We locked it up. So did you call the guy and close him, or is it someone on the team that got it virtually signed? Did we hand that one off?
I mean, I set it up, but I let somebody finish it.
Okay, cool. All right. So we got to put that in the video. Okay. So basically what happened was I made Rick on one of the Discord calls. Okay. Without his permission, obviously.
That's how
I started making you buy PPL leads with me on the Discord weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, this is your first one you've ever talked to. So what's absolutely hilarious about this is I went out here and we called it and you closed the guy right there.
Yeah. No, he was motivated. So I take everything back I said about PPL. No, PPL works, guys, but like it doesn't replace your current marketing. So if you have some funds like we're talking about in this, so the current system set up with it, yes, you got to do the subscriptions, $199. They got to make some money. But at 24 leads, that gives you 21 leads. And you should be able to find one deal if you know how to talk to people.
It's 25, but remember, you get a refund if they don't answer the phone or they're not interested, which is going to be
so 15% it's the best bang you can get for your buck. Plus, you get transcripts, you get AI ratings on it. I mean, you get all the information. So it's like literally having a leads team go out there and do it for you. I don't believe 100% of your budget should ever be towards PPL because I've never ever seen that work.
We're dropping about 5 figures a month right now in PPL.
Yeah.
And we're doing some massive budgets. By the time you saw me meet with Gene, we already had everything set up. But I want to get about 4 months of data for 2026. I want to report back to everybody how much we spent with iSpeed Lead and how much money we've made, how many deals we've done. This deal, if we get that closed, that's going to help the ROI because we haven't spent much on PPL. Yeah. And it's going to be pretty dang cool.
It takes time.
But yeah, Rick's first PPL call was a closed deal. So if you guys want, let me know in the comments. We will release that Monday. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Guys, you just got to talk to people. PPL, some of them are great. Some of them are a real pain in the ass. So it is a numbers game. So don't think you can ever buy 3 or 4 PPL, leads and that'll be your saving grace. If you already have experience, you got some deals on your belt and you're looking to do some scaling with some pretty fast results, the iSpeed to lead things, it's pretty attractive. So we're using it in our business. But the problem is we need 4 to 6 months of data because I can't find any guru or influencer other than selling you PPL that will actually give you any data for return on your investment.
I mean, first one was a deal. So very good for, I mean, we got really good stats on it. I want to get some stats around the entire country on this thing.
Yeah, not just us.
But it's going to be pretty disgusting. I'm pretty dang excited about it. You excited about it?
Yeah,
I'm ready to
I
go.
like it. It's I like the speed you can do it. Not every one of them wants a relationship with you, and that's stuff I'm learning and working through. But doesn't mean there's not a deal there. So you just got to be able to recognize the potential for a wholesale deal and understand the numbers. And if you can do that, if you get enough leads, you can put it all together. So why is that attractive? If I had to make 5 or 10,000 cold calls, which I still think's the best deals in there, if I could make 20 or 30 calls and get a deal on it, that would be a huge time saver for everyone. But I will never tell you to hang everything you have on PPL because, guys, I've been doing it 23 years. I've yet to meet one individual that their entire business runs on PPL, PPC, period.
Absolutely.
There's got to be a reason for it. It's because it's not sustainable for a return on your investment. But if
PPL does with the X leads though.
Yeah, well, you don't have to bid on it and you can get the leads right away. So all the other companies, you have to bid, you have to wait, and you really never figure out your ROI because you don't even know what you're spending. You can spend 5-10 grand in a month.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So Rick's going to be we're going to release the video Monday, hopefully. We might have to wait on the video because I'd rather close the deal and show the whole thing, right? Wouldn't that be better? The spread and everything. All right, we'll think about it. But worst case scenario, I'm actually going live tomorrow on this YouTube channel, and I'm be cold calling PPL leads live. Pretty cool.
That would be fun.
So FYI, guys, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be cold calling PPL leads live. I'm gonna call like 30, 40 of them, and we're gonna be closing sellers live. It's gonna be pretty fun. It'd be a little crazy, but yeah, it's always fun doing that. So yeah, going live tomorrow, calling PPL. So see how that goes. Now, let's say we have a $5,000 budget. Do I say you drop 5-10 grand on PPL? No, but there should be more efficient ways to spend that money. Now, I don't think you should be spending anything above $1,000, especially when you're brand new. But okay, let's say you got 5,000 smackaroos to go drop. Stupid money.
Don't you have to give that to the guru?
I don't know. I don't say
once you tell someone you got 5 grand, they have this magical way of taking it from you, don't they?
Oh Lord, you're never getting that money back.
I can help you.
You're never getting that money back. Tell you that. But okay, $5,000. What I'm going to tell you to do here is it's pretty much 3 VA cold callers. Okay, 3 VAs for cold calling. So if you want to do the math here,
3 facts.
VACC. VA cold call. Okay, whatever. My handwriting's bad. You don't want to keep writing things out.
It's okay.
So let's say you're going to pay $5 an hour. Okay, so $5 per hour, and they're going to be calling about 40 hours a week times 3. You're going to be roughly around $2,600 in just VA cost. Okay, and then unfortunately from there, you're going to be about
they ain't free.
Yeah, they ain't free, tell you that. About $100 on X leads. Okay. Triple line dialer, you're going to be at like 150. Dialer. And you're going to be roughly around 2,600 plus 100 plus 150. You're going to be roughly, let's just call it 3 grand. It's awesome. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have around I'd probably do that. Then I'd do about 100,000 AI SMS texts with AI. And then I'd probably throw 1 extra VA right there. And that's the best use of 5 grand. If you can't get a deal from that, like, you're screwed. I'll be honest. 100,000 AI texts, which, Jesus, that's a lot of money. But it's really not that much if you really think about it. The AI is kind of unlimited, and you spend $3,000 on the dialer, and you're just having the VAs dial all day with the AI SMS. That's how you win here. That's the easiest way to do this, right?
I mean, it's got a lot of efficiencies built into it. I mean, 2-3 years ago, you couldn't even think about doing some of the stuff. Yeah, the virtual, the Virtual assistants, yes, but like the automations, the list, the software, really
Yeah.
hard to do.
Then at 10K, I would just double everything. So you can have like 7 VAs, 8 VAs, increase the amount of SMS and just go nuts from there. That is exactly how I would go from $0, 1,000, 5, 10, and anything in between there. I mean, not that difficult. All you really got to do out here is just start from whatever your budget is, just expand from there. Simple as that, right?
Yeah, and as you get more proficient, you get more deals under your belt, you can definitely institute scalable events to achieve the success you want. And the order you do it's not as important, but you got to understand it. So, like when people go to direct mail, they don't understand it's a 3-month commitment. I tell people if you got 10 grand laying around, don't even look at direct mail because it's not. It's a progression. It takes time. You got to build leads up. You got to do follow up. And guys, 70% of wholesale leads, you ready for this? Come from direct mail. Like, how can that be? It's legal. It's highly scalable. One person can technically do it. And if I can reach out to 10,000 people with a click of a button on the internet and you have the ability to do it, it's a good use of your money. Is it cheap? I never said it was cheap, but the thing is, it's got a provable ROI. In the beginning, it's going to suck and it's scary. I always tell someone to partner up someone when you do direct mail, but some people will start a little bit earlier, but like if you want to hit the maximum market, go talk to someone who really does wholesaling. Very few people skip direct mail. Why? Because it's extremely consistent. You have to pay for it, but it's predictable and you can get it going. And so the idea is every one of these techniques we show you are proven in some capacity, but you're still going to have to work it. Even if you did direct mail, if you did cold calling, if you did SMS, even if you work the VAs, everything you do, you're going to have to work it. And especially with the AI, I believe the AI, you're going to have to bake it in your software or you're going to get left behind. So AI is not a luxury item anymore. In my opinion, it is a necessity, and especially going towards the second half of 2025 and 2026. I don't see how you can operate any type of software without AI. In fact, AI is the new operators within the software. So if it's not built into it, specifically wholesaling, you're going to be slower than everybody else. There's just no way around it. I can comb hundreds, if not thousands, of internet data pages and put it all in one smooth AI presentation. That's what I love about it.
I agree. I think so many wholesalers, they go out here and they just, oh my gosh, they get all stressed out. They're like, oh, what do I like? Just go to freehousing.com, learn how to wholesale for free. Talk to a bunch of people making 20, 30 grand a month. Just do what they tell you to do. They're more than like, guys, yeah, I don't have any coaching program. I just teach it for free. I tell everyone, if you want to feel like you gave me, 15 grand, just go spend 15 grand in charity and then just say, oh, okay, that's your skin in the game if you want to go crazy, right? I mean, that's what you have to do. Okay. But so many people just can't commit without paying money, which is ridiculous. Just go to freehousing.com, learn how to wholesale for free. You'll be good to go. Right. So that's exactly how to start wholesaling with pretty much any single type of budget out there. Nicole said, my goal for my first deal, then meeting y'all in person is to thank y'all. Let's go out here and do it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. There we go. If you want to go hop on, talk to me and Rick absolutely for free, just go to StreamYard. That is our StreamYard link. And you're more than happy to go out here, talk to me and see what's going on. Pretty excited. But yeah, I'm doing a live PPO calling tomorrow. So see if we can close anybody. Let's see. Let's see. Everyone's asking about how do you look further into the new Texas law? Daily comedy culture. Look at my last video I did. I did a pretty clear video about the Texas law, and I pretty much explained it all. I even asked ChatGPT because everyone thought, oh, Zach's flying. Well, I asked Grok, I used Gemini, I asked all these AIs. I'm like, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm an idiot. Okay, no. Okay, I'm right. Done. And then again, I don't want to. let's just say tomorrow. It's gonna be tomorrow's gonna be an interesting day. That's all I'm gonna say on that Texas law front. I'm not gonna say I won, but I'm gonna tell you, like, I mean, I should have a hat that says Zach's always right. Zach was always right because I was always right.
You might want to read the entirety of the law and not pick and choose things that just defend.
Well, I get crazy comments all the time from people.
It's
Zach,
like,
you're wrong.
just read it. Just read it. I mean, don't read sections of it. Read the whole dang thing, and then make a decision if you're going to do what you say you're going to do. Because
I don't know. A lot of people are going after me about that law. I'm like,
it's so funny.
Well, I had questions about it. I was like, well, does this law? So then I asked ChatGPT because I'm just dumb, I guess. But I'm like, okay, well, could I cold call absentee owners that aren't residents of Texas? And everyone said yes. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, then what does this law mean? Are we under TCPA federal law? It's like, I don't even know. Like, I even made I think I made the argument in the video. Maybe I didn't, but I'm like, if somebody even owns a piece of real estate in Texas, but they live in a different state, so they're resident of, let's say, Arkansas, could I cold call them about their house they own in Texas? Would that be illegal? Because everyone's telling me that's illegal too. I'm like, are you serious?
It's not.
I mean, I read the law. I'm like, it's supposed to protect consumers in the state, like citizens, residents of the state. So if I cold call somebody in Arkansas, I'm not breaking the law, right? So technically, can you cold call absentee owners in Texas, even if you believe it's illegal? I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to give you law advice, but like, people are legit. There are legit people on the internet I've seen that have said, if you cold call somebody who, used to live in Texas, pretty much, that's illegal because they step foot in Texas once. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, but why is it that people are like, it just seems like people get excited, like they want to bust you wholesaling. Listen, if we all like followed every law perfectly and stuff, I'm not going to tell you I've done that because I've knocked on doors I probably shouldn't have. I did what I could do. But like, I will tell you this, I would never run a fellow wholesaler, call them what you want, real estate investor, and go, I busted you. I'm going to report you, or I'm going to do a federal case lawsuit, and I'm going to make sure you're made an example of. Like, what are we coming to, like, when we want to take out fellow wholesalers?
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about there. But
no, I just like it, dude. Like, I tell you what, I think you should lift up every wholesaler. Anybody wants to try it. I'm all about informing laws. Just please communicate the entire law in its entirety and stop doing slap shots at like trying to figure this out.
Well, what I'm talking about is the comments here. It's like, I heard Texas legal. Like, it's the industry in general. I'm not talking about anybody individual. I'm talking about the industry in general.
So why are they talking about it?
I don't even understand.
Because they got a video on it.
Okay. Market Maker says, somebody challenged me. I'm going to call them and they're going to sue me. I mean, again, no one's going to sue you because, I mean,
how long has the world been marketing to Texas? And now we have a problem. And now you got Karens out there that want to like bust fellow wholesalers. Like, dude, that's bad karma.
Well,
man.
there's always those litigators. I can tell you this right now. If you cold call somebody in the state of Texas, I made my video of what I think what would happen. I'm not a lawyer. That is not my case law, but I can almost guarantee to tell you, and this is not law advice, but after reading the law pretty clearly, if you cold call an absentee owner that is a resident of another state, but they own a property in Texas, like I own property in Texas. If you cold call me in Florida, can I sue you? I don't think so.
No, you can't. At least understand the law before you make these wild claims.
But if you say that, then that means you should know the law, right?
God. You should know the law. If you're going to do a scare tactic video on this, and the thing is, it's not just one state.
Not video comments.
It's state after state. It's the same story. It's like, dude, we're just like, I get it. There's flack on it.
So Market Maker. Okay, I'm just telling you, man. I don't know what you're saying because I'm actually kind of confused here. If somebody's threatening to sue you for cold calling them, and if they live in the state of Texas,
if they reside
give me some case law. But if somebody who doesn't live in Texas is telling you that you're breaking Texas law by calling them they don't live in Texas, and they're pretending to be a lawyer, that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, remember, people who tell you they're going to sue you are people that don't understand how a lawsuit works. So if your so-and-so cases, they would have to be an established resident primarily of that state they reside in, and then they would seek the state statutes for that violation. If I own 4 or 5 houses all over the country, you only get to pick one place to have a permanent residence. Ask Congress members how this works. But the thing is, like, we've just got to stop attacking each other and understanding we're all for wholesaling, but like to go out there and just tell people if you do this. We were told in another state if we ever did a deal there, they would report us and they would make an example out of us. And I
I've been
don't
told I
get
was
it,
gonna
man.
get
Like
reported for a long time.
like you had the same opportunities that we had to get started. Now we're telling people you can't do it. I agree people should follow the law. I agree you have to read the legislation, but you have to understand everything in its entirety. So if you don't understand that you're not a resident of that state and you get certain statutes to sue people, if you feel you've been violated, you might want to understand it before you throw it out there. So, but go ahead, do what you say you're going to do. I think it would be quite interesting. But the problem is we got Karens. People want to rat everybody out. I don't understand it. Like, why would you knock anyone for trying wholesaling? Even if someone's doing something, maybe they're knocking on a door or calling someone they're not going to do. Is it really your job to like rat out an 18-year-old kid that's trying to make his life better? Because you had that luxury. You know, you did this the same thing. I get it. You were young. You didn't know about it. But the reality is we ask people to do things that most people won't accept in wholesaling. I believe most people have the right intentions. They want to help people out. And when they tell them to stop calling me, I think they stop calling me. But are we really going to do class action lawsuits and stuff to make example of wholesalers? And do we really have to have a calling bell for people to ring to this? I just think it's crazy, man. I just think we should all be helping each other out. I get it. We got to follow laws, but like,
I don't understand what you're talking. Honestly, like, guys, I watched my video I did. That is my opinion. And that's what I look at it. And that will be my opinion until I see case law that proves me wrong. Because I'll tell everyone this. I have seen plenty of lawyers' opinions in the state of Texas on what that's been said. And I wouldn't make videos unless I was very sure about what I say. Because here's the thing. I'll let everybody know this very, very, very clearly. When you say something and you end up being wrong, and all I'm saying is if you say something and you're wrong, you should apologize. And if you have lots of history of saying things that aren't correct, not good. And so all I'm telling you is when you put yourself out there, especially when you talk about video, when we talk about something, right? Oh, this is bad, this is good. Like, make sure, like, I'll tell everyone, if I'm wrong about this Texas law, I will tell everyone that I was wrong. Okay? I'm more than happy to do it. I'm more than happy to talk about I was wrong on PPL. But I need to be proven wrong first. That's all of it. But so if you want to talk to me one-on-one, let's talk. Let's get some questions here. Market Maker, what's going on, man?
Hey, Zach,
How are you?
longtime fan, and I really do appreciate everything that you and Rick do for the community. Basically, the guru. So I'm your guru slayer. I'm just a pawn. I don't have much to lose anyway.
Put your face. Again, I've never called anybody that in a very long time. But again,
I've been watching a long time.
Okay, what's up? What can I help you out with?
Well, basically, a certain guru that shall be unnamed issued a challenge on his YouTube channel, saying that if anybody is going to cold call or text in Texas, he'll give them 1,000 skip trace list to cold call and text, and that he's going to put one of his properties in that, and that if you cold call or text all that list, including him, he's going to sue your dumb donkey, which he used a different word. But I've heard, there might be some kids watching, so I'll just say dumb donkey.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't engage in that, man. It's not even worth it. I don't want to engage with anybody that threatens to sue anybody. I don't know who you're talking about, but it's not worth the fight. Trust me. And you don't want to deal with it.
Well, really, the way I look at it, if I step forward and say he sues me, right, and I win, then, hey, we've got case law to say it's cool for us to cold call. And if I lose, well, I take responsibility for my actions.
It's not, unfortunately, the problem is you would have to go answer in court. And if you're calling somebody who lives in Texas, you're going to have to go to Texas court. And even if somebody gives you a frivolous lawsuit in the state of Texas, you have to go out to Texas, wherever you did the call, because you called somebody in the state of Texas. I'm assuming you're talking about a resident of the state of Texas.
Right. And I'm a resident.
Then you're going to have to get a default judgment if you don't answer it, right? So is the person you're calling, do they have residency in the state of Texas?
I'm not sure. I think the guru was in Puerto Rico last time I heard. But I'm a resident of the great state of Texas.
Okay. Well, how laws work, if the person is a resident of Puerto Rico, they'd have to sue you for breaking Puerto Rico law or federal law. So it usually how suing works, wherever the tort was committed is where the law has to be done. So if you call somebody where it's illegal to call them in that area, then you have to sue them in that state. So if you let's say did something to me, if you cyberbullied me, I would have to sue you, I believe, in the state of Florida because you did it where I lived. So I don't understand how that works, but you would have to, worst case scenario, anybody with money is going to sue. It is not worth. Remember, it's not, if somebody's baiting you into getting in a lawsuit, do not do it, man. Lawsuits suck. I know it might feel good right now, but lawsuits are terrible. The person suing you is going to get a bad reputation. You are going to be really upset about it. It's not worth any ego at all, man. Just telling you, man, focus on getting deals and getting cash, man. I would not be dealing with this.
There's a wholesaler code, right?
No, but like I just want to be
you should be like threatening lawsuits to other wholesalers.
I know, but
that's
I'm
absolutely
not getting
nuts.
in this, man. Just take the high road. Trust me. When somebody says they'll sue you or whatever, if somebody made a video about this, they're probably a good person. They're not gonna try to hurt you by suing you. I wouldn't be doing it, man. It's just not worth it.
Trying to prove a point, most likely.
Don't play with the games.
People who say they're gonna sue, I would never ever take them seriously.
Let's just focus on getting deals, man. So
I know.
Let's say you live in Texas, right? I wouldn't be scared to call, but again, I'm not a lawyer. We're in Texas. Do you live, man?
I'm in Central Texas, but I also do North Texas as well.
Okay, dude, I would pull some government lists. I would drive for dollars. That's what I'd be doing, man. I would just be focused on getting deals. I wouldn't be playing with these games, man.
Because the only reason we're talking about it is somebody's talking about it, and that's it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Trust me.
We had no issues before anybody talked about it. Now it's like a major issue. It's like,
it's fine, man. I would take the high road. Don't fight with anyone.
The thing is, though, it's causing confusion within the wholesaling community. You know, we have people in school that, well, do I or don't I? Because this guru says that if you cold call in Texas or text in Texas, you're going to get sued $5,000 per occurrence and so forth. And
let me tell you the truth, man. Whoever's saying that might be right. I might be right. Okay. As long as it's not a lawyer, it doesn't matter until a judge judges it. So I gave my opinion on coffee versus fast cash offer. I said, I believe that there's case law, it'd be protecting the wholesaler, and it did. So I just gave my opinion. There's not a problem with giving my opinion. Someone's opinion might be right too until a judge judges it. That's literally what judges do.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I'm just being honest. I could be wrong, man, but I also could be right. Who knows? I'm not a judge. So we'll see how it goes. It's just got to shake out. But dude, you do not.
We got additional case precedents at Jantz v. Homer and offers from earlier, like a year or so.
Yeah, that was Nevada federal. That's all federal stuff. This is for the state. So we'll see, man. I mean, between you and me, that law's been in place for 18 years. So I might try to find some more case law the past 18 years of lawsuits from that. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah. It's funny. Nobody had an issue until somebody brought it up. Now everybody acts like it's a brand new law just passed. It's been like this forever. The only reason you're talking about is somebody's talking about it. And if you look at people who have a history of talking about negative about like wholesaling, like you can't do it, then okay, I get it. I understand where the angle of this video is going. Maybe he's right. Maybe she's wrong. I don't know. But like at the end of the day, you have to make decisions. So you're a resident of the state of Texas. I believe you're trying to help everybody else. We don't sell anything. I don't sell anything. I'm not calling you to ask you to buy my vacuum cleaner. I'm not offering brokerage services. So I strongly believe that we are not, And you look at a lot of these laws, it'll say the salesman or salesperson. I've already told you guys from day one, we don't sell a damn thing. We just offer a solution. If it fits for
I
them,
wouldn't
great.
be worried about it.
I wouldn't worry about it, dude.
See, like I won't be getting internet spats with people about who's right, who's wrong, because you're just wasting time. You could be using doing some deals. So what marketing are you going to do to get a deal this month?
Well, I do everything from sticky notes to email blasting to cold calling and texting. Now, I haven't cold called or text this week just because of all the confusion and that's going on. Trying to get the dust to settle and stuff. And Zach, part of my strategy, with this. Well, you debated the guru regarding wholesaling regulation a while back, and I really enjoyed that video because you definitely won that debate. But if you look at it from my perspective, I'll just do everything as Jonathan, the individual house buyer, so I could represent myself if I need to. He can pile up big old legal fees or what have you. I've actually practiced successfully in federal court against large multinational corporations, pro se, against both their internal and external counsel. Now it probably takes me 8 hours to do what it would take a regular attorney to do 1 hour. But I'm willing to get in the fight to protect our community. It'd just be my time that would be burned. But then again, it may set that guru in his place to where he needs to not scare our community, because he's scaring our community, and that's not right. I believe exactly what you say, but even if I lose, I'm not going to blame you or Rick. Y'all are good people and very generous with what you've learned. I like it a lot of times when Rick says, ask me how I know. It's like, yeah, he paid a pretty significant price for that.
No, I've majored in lawsuits. Unfortunately, I've done more than my fair share. And listen, guys, at the end of the day,
I don't recommend a lawsuit. That's all I'm going to tell you.
The one that benefits the lawsuit is always the lawyer. Like just 2 to 3 years on average for a typical case, not even a complicated one. And you're going to feed it 80 to 100 grand a year. Like that's what these lawsuits cost. And people are like, no, it's no more than 10 or 15. I go, trust me. Go through a 5-hour deposition for 15 different people. And let me know when you get the bill. When you get those depositions bills, they're the worst. And nothing gets accomplished in them. They do it just to drive people nuts and drive the bills up. So
if I'm pro se, there are no legal bills.
Man, you can do what you want.
I
don't recommend it. I really don't recommend it between you and me.
I'd spend your effort on wholesaling, dude. Like, the thing is, if you let somebody that you don't agree with drive your behavior, you're letting them win their argument. So you got to be, I want you to be confident, and I want you to understand your position. So what I would talk to either lawyers or I hate to use the word politicians, but your state legislative stuff, and just talk to them. Go, hey, listen, am I violating this by doing this? And if you get 3 people they're confused, I don't even know how you enforce the law. Guys, we are not offering brokerage services. We're not offering services. We do not sell things door to door. So in my eyes, and I'm only one person, we don't qualify under a lot of these types of cold calling laws. Now, each state can interpret it how they want. I'm not to get in here in the politics and how the judicial system works. And nor do I want anyone to be sued. As much of I dislike these videos and stuff, I don't even want that person to be sued or anything. It's just a waste of time and money and resources. So I think you're in the state of Texas. You have to be your own advocate, and you should be up to date on the laws. But you should stay so on top of this stuff. When a video comes out, it should never rattle your marketing position or how you view wholesaling, because that means you never really had a strong enough grip on it anyway. So we deal with this in Florida. I would just get very intimate and understand your position. So if in the event you did get attacked, and by the way, I haven't seen many people from Texas ever get attacked for it. I know some other people would rather have it that way. But like you look at the state of Illinois, we can't find one person that's been attacked. What's it, 5-6 years now that law's been in effect? Not one. So like understanding, even when they invoke some of these legislation statutes and stuff like that, enforcing stuff, sometimes they know they don't have a leg to stand on. I don't want you or me or Zachary to be tested.
Hello? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
we
we
bounced.
got
Sorry.
kicked off. Honestly, man, I love what you're doing, dude. I really appreciate you. Like, you're trying to make a stand for the community. I appreciate it. Please do not get in a lawsuit, man. Do not ever want it. Don't try to get yourself into one. It is not fun. It is not what I recommend, and it's just not what's best for everybody. I would be focused on making money. That's all I'm going to say.
Do what's best for you, your family, and your friends.
Yeah, I was just thinking it'd be ironic if one of his leads actually closed the deal on. They'd be like, "Yeah, we got a $20,000 assignment here. Woot!"
Yeah.
At this point,
But
I don't care what anybody else says except for us. I mean, we have the largest wholesaling community, so at this point, I say what I say, and I think I help a lot of people do that. So
Yeah, that's
it.
why
Well,
we just tell you ways to help you out.
Well, I'll fast and pray about it because this is one of those things where you can't unring the bell once you get.
That's
the
right.
bell
I
rung.
don't ring it. Don't ring it, man. Just listen to me.
Okay,
Don't ring
well,
my bell.
I really do appreciate everything that you and Rick do, Zach. Y'all are really, really generous with your time and expertise, and even talk to knuckleheads like me. So y'all have a blessed day.
All right, I really
Do you have
appreciate
any other questions or anything, or?
Yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. I'd love to help you out. Focus on this and not going in a lawsuit.
Okay. Well, you have a blessed day, my friends.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Let everybody know. I'm giving everyone a fair warning. Do not try to get into a lawsuit. That is the dumbest idea you could ever do. Lawsuits. Just imagine being lathered in baby oil and then going out on a hot concrete and just rolling around roly-poly style.
That's what lawyers
That
do
is
to you.
exactly what getting into a lawsuit feels and looks like. You look dumb, you feel dumb, and there's just nothing good that can come from this. Okay, it is a terrible idea.
I promise you, the lawyer will drive you more crazy than the person that you're defending yourself from.
Oh yeah.
You know what the lawyer said to me the other day? He goes, "I need the last 10 years of all communications." I go, 10 years? I only knew the guy 3 years. No, I need everything. You need to do everybody. I go,
okay.
How am I doing your job if I do that 10 years?
The reason we're saying this is we're currently in a lot of lawsuits, not like oh my gosh,
just business stuff.
Business stuff. And when you run millions and millions and millions of dollars through a month, you get through. What have we racked up on lawyers' bills this month? What's the rack on that?
30.
I mean,
it's just 1 month.
I mean,
it never stops too until the lawsuit stops.
I mean, I can get a nice car, nice watch for what I've spent on lawyers this month. I mean, I get a sick Lambo for the amount of money I spent on lawyers. But I'll tell you this, I do make money from it, but not what I recommend.
Yep.
Daniel, what's going on, man? Uh-oh.
Cheers. Hi. How's it going, guys?
I'm good.
Yeah,
How are
man.
you,
How
man?
are you?
I'm 100%. I was on your live stream a few months ago. I'm the guy from the country inside of South Africa.
Lesotho.
Yeah.
I remember you, man. What's going on? I don't forget. You know I don't forget.
What kind of hat? What's that hat you got on there?
It's a Dodgers hat.
I don't know. It's I don't know.
Oh,
B.
that's
I don't know
B.
what that means though.
Dodgers hat.
It's a nice hat, man.
Hey, there we go.
Thanks
Stands
a
out.
lot, man. You guys work out because you guys look really jacked from the last time I saw you.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I try to have the bench press wholesaling world record. Not very.
I think match on that.
So what's going on? How can I help you out? What's going on since the last time we talked, man?
Yeah, I need your help because I finally closed the deal. Imagine, bro.
Oh!
I closed. Yeah.
Let's go! Come on. We got a guy from prison closing his 6th deal. But yeah, definitely a lot easier where you're at. How much did you make on that?
It wasn't a big assignment deal. It was only $6,000, and then I had to split.
$6,000.
That's awesome, man.
Dude, let's go, man.
I had to split it with the JV partner, and we actually got wrecked from the cash buyers. Cash buyers actually made 190 G's on the deal, but it was just that we were so desperate to sell, and we sold that thing really fast. So
well, you do what you got to do, man. Especially your first few deals, because you got to keep the lights on. Is this
correct? And I'm going to ask you a question. I'm not trying to offend you. It says here the average salary in Lesotho is 11,800 LSL a month. Is that correct?
Okay, in my country, no, my country is a Swatini. It's in dollars, it's actually 2,500 a year. Imagine that, bro.
Oh, wow.
I
Wow.
made my yearly salary in one deal. That
Dude,
was
let's
crazy.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Awesome,
So
man.
now, guys, I really need your help on what to do next because I don't know what to do. I got X leads. I've been attending the onboard what's the session with Louis and Jericho and the guys and the X leads.
Uh-huh.
Um, I've got my government lists. I've pulled them already, and now I just want to know what's next because do I then go into the SMS thing because I'm already A2P approved already? Should I do SMS and cold calling now? I don't know what to do next.
Okay. Do you have the basic plan?
Yeah, I got the basic plan.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is do me a big favor, man. Are you in the school group?
Yeah, I've
Okay,
joined
we're
the
gonna
school
do
group.
this. We're gonna do this. I think this would be more inspiring than anything else. Can you do me a favor and just make a post about your first deal in the school group? What I'm gonna do is once you do that tonight, just show. I want you to document the entire process. Say this is what the average salary in my country is. This is what I did. Talk about your trials, your tribulations. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you X leads for the next year for free.
What?
Is that a good deal?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
A good
yeah.
deal?
Damn, bro. Yeah,
You
yeah,
should
that's
not
a
be paying that much
whoa.
for X. If the average salary in your country is $2,500, you should not be paying half that for X leads. Okay.
Yeah,
Trust me,
yeah.
you just can't go to Chick-fil-A and make $100 a day in the US, right? That's unfair. So what we're going to do is make a post in there. I'm going to give you X lead. I'm going to refund you today, right? You're going to be refunded whatever you paid. You're going to get that money back and just make a post, give your whole story, inspire everybody else. You'll get X leads for free. Does it sound good?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yo, that's yo,
Awesome, man.
thanks a lot.
Dude, you
That's
deserve it, man.
crazy. Yeah.
We need to
Yo,
use
yo.
that money for something else to get some more deals. But okay. So I want to hear that. I want to hear I want you to write out your whole story. I think it's gonna be really inspiring and cool. Okay. So what I think you should do now, X Leads is free. I think we could start using calling, texting, JVing, whatever possibly you want to do, man. How did you get the first deal? Just JVing? Like, did you call a list? How did you do it?
Yeah, so I had to call a list. I did exactly what you guys are talking about with the government list. So I pulled government lists. I pulled tax delinquencies. I pulled code violations, and I pulled pre-foreclosures. And then I made about, I think it was 7,000 phone calls, 7 to 8,000 phone calls. And
Yeah.
then I got the
Woo!
deal. Yeah, then from there, my deal that I got, this guy was actually selling 3 properties at once. So and then he wanted 400, and then I locked him up at 250, and we sold it for 256. Yeah,
Wow,
and then yeah, that's exactly what happened on that deal.
dude.
So it
That's
was
beautiful.
all cold calling, just cold calling.
I mean, Daniel, you know you got to do the same thing to get the second deal. Let's just do one of those a month, you know. So let's
Yeah.
keep doing it. The cool part is now you have X leads, and so now you just get the skip tracing included. Now you have a good little CRM. But now we got it for free, so we don't have to worry about that. So you can keep just putting that effort into wholesaling. But what I would need you to do, man, is just write out your story, and I need you just to keep pulling lists from X leads, start calling, and let's keep repeating this process and get that second deal. That's what we got to
Okay.
lock in for right now.
Okay, not a problem. So I shouldn't go fancy and none of that because I was watching the AI things where I could get inbound phone calls. Because what was happening recently, I was making phone calls, and while I was making phone calls, I would get inbound calls. So when I was getting inbound calls, I think it was one of the automations that was sending SMSs to the sellers, and by the time I would call them back the sellers were not picking up. So what I did is I didn't watch your video on that inbound AI thing, and then I took that script thing, whatever you did, and then I trained that AI, and I've been testing it and it's sounding really good. So I don't know if I should implement that or
I wouldn't, man.
no.
I would
Okay.
make X leads free. Don't be paying for anything. Like, I'm legit, and just keep trying, because I just need you to have your costs as low as they can, so you're just all in on wholesaling. Because there's
Okay.
not one thing you can do in your country to make any more money. So now I made everything free for you. You have no excuse. You just got to be pounding the phones all day, which I know you're going to do.
Yeah,
So
I'm
don't be
definitely
spending any money. X leads is free now. I need you to just be going all in, and we need to be doing a deal a month. I know you can, man. So
okay.
I just want you to post in the school, because people are going to just give you opportunities. I promise you.
Okay.
When you
Not
give
a
some
problem.
good stuff out, they're going to help you out, and it just helps everybody right now, man. So, Daniel, dude, this is so exciting, man.
What's your bench press, Daniel, right now?
I don't know. I just anything, because I've got my weights here. Let me just show you.
Dude,
This is what I use. This is what
Daniel,
I
using
use.
your own body weight is one of the best things
Oh,
you
there
can
we
do.
go.
There
There we
man.
go.
This is exactly what I'm using.
I like it.
Yeah. So
We
yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do exactly what she said I'm gonna do, and yeah, I'm
Okay.
just gonna do that now.
Daniel, dude, I haven't talked to you in 4 months, but you came back on fire. I love it. So, man, dude, I know it's late right now where you're at. So I really appreciate I really appreciate it, man. So
It's
keep
1
it up.
a.m.
How
Yeah.
much? What time is it?
It's 1 a.m.
That's not too bad.
Dude, just keep
Stay
dialing
there
and
now.
lifting, dialing
Dialing
and
and lifting.
dialing and lifting.
There we go.
Pop while you do it, man.
You got this, man. Trust me, dude. You believed in yourself. This is so awesome. Keep going. You got this. I believe in you, Daniel. All right.
All righty.
Make that post though soon, so I can DM you to get you the X leads for free. All right.
Okay, not a problem, Zach. Thanks a
All
lot,
right.
Zach and Rick. You guys
Appreciate
are the
it,
Thank you,
best, man.
Daniel.
There you go.
Appreciate it, guys.
Awesome. Yeah, Daniel's a real hustler out there, and honestly, like, I just feel bad. Like, if the whole salary is $1,000 a year, $2,500 a year, he literally made the entire salary in one deal. He shouldn't be paying for X leads, right? I mean, to pay half your salary for the year on
And
that.
we should bring a small gym when we do the
Yeah, we
Orlando
should.
event and go,
We
listen, you have to bench press while giving me your marketing plan.
Let's do.
And if you run out of, like, if you can't bench anymore, then we're gonna
You know what
put
we
it
should
down and have to get somebody else up there.
we should go to the X leads office. We should have, ready for this? We should have 405 on the bench. If you can bench over if you come to the X leads office, bench over 405, you get X leads for free.
Just give it.
That's a new rule.
Shoot, you can bench over.
Or if you
3
could
to
run
cut
a
my
mile under
attention.
5 minutes, if you could run a mile under
I'm not
5
timing
minutes,
that.
or if you could bench press 4 or 5, X leads is now free.
Yeah, you make
Start
people
training.
plank while somebody has to do 12
There we
reps
go.
at 225.
But Daniel from Lesotho, let's get at it. I love that, man.
That's awesome.
If you want to hear another story, Daniel's about to post his inspirational story. But you want to hear another inspirational story? I want to give a shout out to Fishman Money Bands. It made a whole email blast. I just thought it was really inspiring. Shout out to Fishman Money Band, Fish Money Bags. Contract signed today. Cold call from my prison cube. About 30 minutes on the phone. Got it done. Time to look for a buyer. That's a real fucking deal. But he was able to go out here and get a contract signed from federal prison.
It's impressive.
This is him celebrating, I think, another deal. And he made a homemade Butterfinger cheesecake from prison to cellmate over there. I mean, you can't beat that stuff.
I don't know if that really looks good.
I don't think it's sanitary.
But you know what? It's just like when you don't eat for days and you put food in front of you, everything looks good.
Here we go.
Right?
So, guys, if you join the community, go to freewholesaling.com. Guys, it's what I do with every single budget. Shout out to Daniel from anywhere around the world. We're going out here and crushing it. So, guys, really appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.
Rick Ginn signing out.
Have a blessed one.